Respected ma'am and dear participant, a very good evening to you all. I, Rishabh, member of Legal Vidya, welcome you all to this webinar on careers in law. So this engaging session aims to provide a comprehensive exploration of the dynamic landscape within the legal profession, offering valuable insight into the legal industry, trends, emerging opportunities, and the inherent challenges that legal professional may encounter. So before we begin this webinar, I would like to introduce our organization, that is Legal Vidya. It was founded in the year 2021 with the vision of empowering young lawyers. So this is a comprehensive portal where people can enhance their knowledge and grow their expertise in the field of law. We offer various opportunities such as internship programs, a platform to publish articles, host interactive webinar and sessions for law students. So before I introduce our speaker, I like to share about our course on the POST Act. Basically, this is a certificate course that takes your 4 weeks and dive deep into preventing sexual harassment at the workplace. We offer live webinar, recorded lecture, written notes, MCQ assessment, and a guest lecture. You all get in these 4 weeks. I request team to kindly drop the webinar link in the chat box. Now, I would like to introduce our speaker for today's webinar, Ms. Tanya Vageshwari, ma'am. She is a distinguished professional with a master's degree from the esteemed Jagran School of Law, Uttarakhand, Dehradun, with a focus on both civil and criminal matters. She has accumulated valuable experience in District Court, High Court at Patna, and the Supreme Court of India, New Delhi. Her dedication and the confidence shine through as they navigate the complexity of legal proceeding, contributing significantly to the resolution of various legal and the social issues under the mentorship of seasoned advocate. So, without further ado, I welcome ma'am to the virtual stage. We eagerly await the invaluable wisdom and the perspective they are about to share with us. Now, over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Rishabh, for such a wonderful introduction. Anyone can please confirm if I am visible or audible?
Yes, ma'am, you are visible and audible.
Wait a minute. Is it fine? Rishabh, kindly confirm.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
PPTs are visible.
okay. So without any delay, good evening, everyone. So to begin, let's just see what we are going to actually talk uh, in today's webinar. As the topic is careers in law, right? So first step towards the career in law to basically pursue an undergraduate program, right? So we have to go through. We should go for undergraduate program. So there is two options. First one is after 12th, after intermediate, we can pursue a 5 year undergraduate program, either BA LLB, BBA LLB, BCom LLB, BSc LLB. Right. First option is this. After intermediate or 12th, you can pursue this undergraduate program. Second option is if you have already completed or you have already passed a simple undergraduate program like BA, BSc, and whatsoever that undergraduate program is. And after completion of that simple undergraduate program, you can also go for law, that is 3 year LLB degree. Correct? So, first step toward the career in law is basically pursue an undergraduate program. Correct? So, here I am discussing with you types of law careers as a lawyer and as a non-lawyer. Right? If you have already started practicing or you have just completed your undergraduate program, So one by one, I will discuss with you, and able I will clear all your doubts at the end of the session, right? So first of all, I will briefly discuss with you job profiles after in law career. First one is academics, right? In any higher educational institution, you can go. Second one is government services. Third one is judicial services, and many more. Apart from these, we can also go for having after completion of undergraduate program, that is BLLB or BSc LLB, whatsoever it will be, we will have various choices for our job profiles like solicitors, advocates, legal executives, legal advisors, legal consultants, many options we will have, legal officers. And as you can see on the screen, if we will choose from the lawyer background, that is first one is law forms, then litigation, public prosecutor, legal academia, military lawyers, solicitor, criminologist, judicial service, banking, and insurance sector. One by one, I will discuss all these things with you. Firstly, I will start from academic background. So for that, first step, as I have already discussed with you, that is to pursue an undergraduate program, right? So if you have completed either 3-year LLB or either 5-year law degree, undergraduate program you have completed, and after that, what choices you will have in that path, right? So first, I will discuss with you academic part. So in academic part, firstly, to begin with, masters in law, right? As you already know, there is constant hustle that whether we should go for LLM once you are done with your graduation or not, right? So many people thinks, suppose any one of you have completed, firstly completed 3-year graduation, and after that you have chosen for this 3-year law program. So it has already taken 6 years. So most of the people thought to avoid this option of masters in law, that is LLM, right? So okay, to begin with, masters in law. So in India, we have many choices. As you already know, there are national universities, national law universities, various national law universities in India. And for LLM, you can also go abroad, also, you can go, right? So for this, we have exam known as CLAT, Common Law Aptitude Test. Through this, we can pursue our postgraduate program known as Masters in Law. Correct? Also, we have through this CLAT examination, we have one more options to go in public sector units, that is PSUs. For example, many PSUs we are having. First one is PUCL, BHAL, ONGC, etc. These kind of public sector units choose, or we can say give opportunity to the candidates who have scored or who have touched or who have reached the cutoff of CLAT PG entrance test. So they have taken that candidates through their on their basis of CLAT LLM result, right? So these PSUs, public sector units, take that candidates and they have given opportunity to those kind of candidates, right? Correct. So through LLM, this option to get an opportunity to work in public sector units are also there. Correct. Second thing, if suppose you are willing to work in an academic field or academic institution or higher educational institutions, uh, recently, suppose take an example of I am taking example of myself as I am working as an assistant professor. So you have to complete LLM, Masters in Law. Then, on an average, you have to pursue with any PhD program. In recent arena, there is a exam that is known as National Eligibility Test, as you have already known. that national eligibility test conducted by NTA net, correct? So you have two options there also. First one is junior research fellowship. After getting that, after cracking this exam, you will get junior research fellowship, and with that also you can pursue your PhD, doctorate degree you can pursue. So first steps after completing undergraduate program, you can go for the masters in law, that is postgraduate program, and you will have two choices: to go in higher educational institution also, as well as to work with and to get an opportunity to working with public sector units, right? Next is law firms. If we will talk about law firms in India, or uh, throughout the territory of India, we are having various law firms. So after undergraduate program also, you can join any law firm uh, throughout the territory of India, right? Next one is litigation. Many students choose to for this concept, for this type of law career. So basically, what litigators means. So if we will go through the meaning of litigation or litigators basically a lawyer who specializes in taking legal action against people and organization, right? Broadly, they represent a party in a dispute working to achieve the best possible outcome for their client, right? There is a minute difference between litigator and lawyer, right? There is a saying, many of you have already heard. The saying is, while all litigators are lawyers, but not all lawyers are litigators. Very slight difference, a very minute difference is there between litigator and a lawyer, right? So litigator means a lawyer who specializes in taking cases through the court process, right? If you are a litigator, it means you have specialization in taking cases through the court process, right? But if you are a lawyer, you may specialize in other areas of law, right? Many various aspects, various areas of law, you can be the specialization in that, right? Next, if we are going to talk about public prosecutor. So, public prosecutor in many states, the name of this term is different. Like in Punjab and Haryana, public prosecutor is known as ADA, Advocate District Attorney, right? For this public prosecutor, you can also go after completing your undergraduate program. You can have every state is having their own rules and regulations for these kind of careers. They used to conduct exam, right? Then next, I have already discussed in first legal academia. For higher educational institution, you can choose master's degree. On an average, you can choose PhD degrees, right? Then military lawyer, you must have heard JAG, right? Judge Advocate General, right? For this, we also from last 2 to 3 years, after on the basis of CLAT LLM entrance test, uh, they give preference to those kind of candidates in JAG, right? So selection process are also there through the for the military lawyers, right? Then solicitor criminologist. So after completing your undergraduate program, you can go for the criminologist also. So criminologists, who are basically criminologists, they are basically a professional who researches and studies crime to prevent and reduce it from occurring, right? So you can opt for this criminologist path also. Then comes to government services, government exams. This is the main part in our today's webinar topic, that is career in law, that is judicial services, or we can say government exams, government services, right? So, if any student want to go with civil services after having undergraduate program in law, you can also opt for this civil services. Like every state is having their own public services commission who conduct examination, that is civil services, right? You can take example of UPSC, that is at the union level, and every state used to conduct these kind of examination, right? And if you will take it, judicial services, so every state throughout the territory of India, in our country, every state regularly used to conduct their examination that is related to judicial services. It consists of three parts. First one is preliminary, second one is mains examination, and after that final process is for interview. Each state have their own selection processes. So in basically in movies, you have definitely heard order, right? The positioning process of becoming a judge may vary among various countries. The state, basically, in each and every state public service commission conduct examination in most places. In some places, even freshers are eligible for such exams, but at some experience is the key, right? So after completing your undergraduate, you can also opt for this state judicial services examination, right? They have their profound syllabus, and for preliminary examination, and you have to reach that cutoff marks that has been given by that state public service commission, and after that you will be eligible to sit for the mains examination. And if you will again reach to that criteria, then you will be able to sit in interview before the panel. So you can also go for this, and you can also opt this opportunity of judicial services examination conducted by uh, different state public service commissions, correct? Then comes to banks and insurance sector, banking and insurance sector. So after undergraduate program, suppose you have completed your undergraduate program, so bank and insurance organization tend to have their own independent legal departments. Every bank is having their own legal departments. So the person, suppose you have chosen this banking and insurance sector, so you will be known as legal officer of that particular bank. Suppose take an example of any bank, State Bank of India, Reserve Bank of India, right? So they are having their own administrative officer in law and special officer in law also, right? uh, then insurance companies also conduct examination independently. So banking sector as well as insurance companies also used to take regular examination for the freshers as well, right? Then comes to administrator, chief financial officer, litigation support, legal secretary, legal receptionist. If we are going through all these terminologies, so we are having also opportunities in these kind of uh, path of law careers, right? So chief financial officer, who are the chief financial officer, who are the administrators? So every banking insurance sector, either every administrative or educational institution is also having their own administrative system in law field also, right? Then chief financial officer, this is quite related to finance, but a law student, a student who have completed undergraduate program in law, that is either LLB 3 year, either BLLB or BSc LLB, whatsoever that will be, the person can also go for chief financial officer, right? So basically, what do you mean by chief financial officer, and how, what kind of work will a chief financial officer will have? So basically, chief financial officer lead professional within the firm's finance department, any law firms. If you are opting for any law firms, in that law firm, you will lead finance department, providing counsel, leadership, training support, feedback, and encouragement to department personnel. Right, that will be related to that will be in the any kind of law forms. Right. Then litigation support. As I have discussed regarding litigation and litigator, in that you can also opt for litigation support. Then legal secretary, legal receptionist, paralegal, right? These kind of other job profiles we also can opt. Legal officers, legal writers, paralegal staff, legal researcher. We can also go for legal researchers. Legal researchers as a career after completing our undergraduate program. So here, if we will talk about paralegal, so basically they are integral parts of any law firm, right? They are also related to law firm. They are integral part of law firm. These professionals basically provide any and all support to the law firm or lawyer they work with. They are working with any law firm or lawyers. They will provide any kind of support to that law firm or lawyer they are working with. Basically, in order to become a paralegal, if you're going to take this opportunity for being a paralegal, you must complete an associate degree or bachelor degree as you have already completed, suppose, undergraduate degree. So you can choose to pursue uh, for this paralegal concept, right? So we are having various opportunity after pursuing first step, as I have already told you, first step to pursue an undergraduate program, right? And after that we will have many options for this uh, path, right? So apart from these, we are having other careers, as I have already discussed with you. Corporate lawyer, what basically corporate lawyers are. So basically, what kind of role the corporate lawyer is, that is to advise clients of their rights, responsibilities, and duties under the law. And what kind of clients will have corporate lawyers? So usually corporation will be their uh, clients, right? Then litigators, then banking and insurance, as SBI, RBI used to conduct various examinations for law officers also. Public prosecutor, state-wise, every state public service commissions used to conduct examination for assistant public prosecutors also and public prosecutors also. State level or local level judges, as if we are if I will give an example, like Rajasthan Judicial Services, Bihar Judicial Services, every public state public service commission conducted their state level or local level judicial services examination, right? Then investigator, criminologist, litigation support professional, solicitor, paralegal, and academics, that are professor of law, right? Apart from this, for the above mentioned profiles or work areas, some other options you can also consider to build a successful career in law, uh, like law firm administrator. You can also opt for the administrative department, right? Also called chief operating officers or chief managing officers. Being a undergraduate law person, you can also opt for these kind of uh, options, these kind of careers you can also opt. Chief financial officer, as being the part of any law firm, you can also go for the chief financial officer career, and through this you can support, you can lead professionals with your firm's finance department, right? Or and what will be your role as being a chief financial officer? What can be your role? That to provide counsel, leadership, training support, feedback, and encouragement to department personnel, being a part of that law firm. Patent attorney, you can also go for this. Immigration assistant, company secretary, you can also opt. This is a uh, very famous path a student can choose. Any student can choose. And being a law student, being a law graduate, you can also go for the company secretary, right? Then mediator, trademark attorney, you can also choose. Correct? Next, some pros and cons I have found, and that I will discuss with you. Is law a good career in India? Some pros and some cons are also there. So, if we are going through the, firstly, I will discuss with you uh, positive aspect of law is a good career in India. So first one is intellectual challenge, or firstly I will go through the awareness of rights and duties. So a person can go the a person will be very aware about their rights and duties. Then power to make a difference, job security, right? Lawyers are often in demand and the legal profession can offer relatively stable job security basically. So we can say law is a good career in India. Then opportunity and growth. So a law degree opens doors to a wide range of career paths, including private practice. You can also go for this, corporate law, government services, non-profit governments, in higher educational institutions. So we are having various opportunity through this path, right? Then social impact, continuous learning, networking opportunities, diversity, also high paying, or we can say financial rewards, right? Successful lawyers can earn high salaries, especially those working in prestigious law firms, right? So these kind of positive aspects we can have in law career. And if we are going for the cons, as every aspect has some pros and some cons also. So that is very competitive, time consuming, demanding, and possibility of making choice. And apart from these, time intensive education, right? So suppose if a person have already completed a simple graduation, suppose take an example of BA, right, Bachelor of Arts, that suppose I have already completed this degree and after that I have chosen for this undergraduate program in law. So that will take 6 years. And after 12 also, if I will choose for this course, that will take 5 years. So time consuming, time intensive education is this. Workload and stress, job market competition. Competition is everywhere. The legal job market can be competitive, especially for position in prestigious law firms. Or if we are going for this judicial services examination in any state, take an example of any state, that is very time consuming. Limited work life balance, client expectations. If you are becoming a lawyer, so client will expect more and more to you, right? And pressures, what favorable outcomes, client will expect more favorable outcomes from their lawyer, right? So limited work life balance you will have. Financial strain for solo practitioners. If we are practicing independently, that will be very build a client base and establish a financial strain on you, right? So these kind of cons, these kind of negative aspect is also there in career in law, right? So apart from these, what kind of options, what kind of law, types of law, if you are going through, suppose you want to become a practitioner or you want to become in any specific, suppose take an example, if you are opting for post graduation, that is masters in law, so what kind of law you can choose. So here, as you can see on the screen, you can opt for criminal law. Either after graduation, we are having various opportunities, and these type through these type of types of law, you can opt for your opportunities what we can have, right? If you are going if you are willing to pursue LLM, you can go, you can opt all these types of law. You can do your you can pursue your masters in law in criminal law, business law, family law, environmental law, labor law, commercial law, corporate law, international law. Also for the purpose of practicing, if you want to practice after undergraduate, after completion of your undergraduate program, you can also go through these types of law, right? And now top law courses, as we are discussing in this webinar related to career in law. So what kind of as I have already told you, first step to pursue a undergraduate program. So there is also two options. First one, after 3 year of basic uh, completion of basic undergraduate program, you can also go for 3 year of LLB. And second option you will have after 12th, you can opt for BA LLB, BBA LLB, BCom LLB, BSc LLB for 5 years, right? So these are undergraduate programs in law courses, right? And after that, you can opt for masters, that is postgraduate program, masters in law. Also, we are having options, opportunity in Master of Business Law with LLM, and higher education will be for on an average that is PhD if we are opting for taking an opportunity in higher educational institution, right? Then comes to exams to start a career in law. What kind of exam? The government exams conducted by uh, every university or other universities. Like so, most of you have must have, and I have already told you while I was discussing on LLM, that is Masters in Law. First one is common law admission test, right? So if you are opting for undergraduate program, right? So there is also option for CLAT. After giving that CLAT examination, after reaching to that score, you can opt any national universities. You can go for the any national universities for your undergraduate program also, and for your post graduation exam also, that is common law admission test. Various other tests are also there, various other exams are also there, like all over law school admission test, IPU set, Army Institute of Law test, Cambridge Law test. It means different universities take exams on their own, right? One exam is that is common law admission test, that is for all the national universities throughout the territory of India. Enlisted, these are, as you can see on the screen, these are the names of the exams that you need to clear in order to start a career in law. All these enlisted names of examination, you have to go through this, and you have to clear any if you are willing to opt for Delhi University, so you have to give examination of DULLB exams, right? And if you are willing to opt for any national university throughout the territory of India, you have to go through both for I want to make it clear, CLAT is not only for either for undergraduate program or either for postgraduate program. CLAT, that is common law admission test, is both for undergraduate program as well as for postgraduate exam, right? So these are the law entrance test to start a career in law, right? So start a career in law, for that these are the names of the examination, right? And after that you are having multiple options, multiple opportunities, as we have discussed in this webinar. Like you can opt for government exams like civil services examination, judicial services examination, or other job profiles you will also have after completing undergraduate program. Also, like academics, government services, judges, solicitors, advocate, legal executives. legal consultant, you can also become legal officer, legal writers, and paralegal staffs, legal researcher. You can opt for all these kind of job profiles. But to start a career in law, these are the enlisted names of examination you have to clear, right? So some I have enlisted some of the top law colleges, as we are having approx more than 14 or 20. I guess total 20 national law universities are there. Initially, that were 14, right? So these are the top law colleges in India, which are renowned for their law programs, as you can see on the screen. So, for to start a law career, National Law University of India, various national law universities are there, right? So to start a career in law, you have to opt for first basic examination for undergraduate program so that you can take admission in these law colleges, and after completion of undergraduate examination you will have various opportunities that we have just discussed in this, right? You will have various opportunities in career in law. I hope I made everything clear to you, right? If you will If anyone is having any doubt, you can ask.
You can write your questions in the chat box.
Yes, if anyone is having any doubt, any query, they can write their query in chat box.
Ma'am, the question by Sahil Arora. Can you please tell that is there any career in writing after law?
Career in writing.
Writing.
Yes, I have just discussed with you that is legal researcher, legal writers, right? We have many options. We have many job profiles related to legal writers also, right? Uh, Suppose take an examples of various authors, various writers of law books. We can take an example of this. We are having opportunities. We are having job profiles in legal writings also.
Ma'am, the question by Monisha is, ma'am, can you explain about Cambridge law test?
Why I am not able to see the chat box? Okay, now. Okay, ma'am, can you explain about Cambridge law test? Okay, so this is related to either you can opt for the, as I have mentioned, these Cambridge law test and other abroad. You will have opportunities after completing, if you are going for LLM, right, masters in law. You will have opportunities in abroad also. You can pursue your masters in law from there also. Okay, Sahil Arora, what does legal research do? Please tell a little more in detail. Okay, legal researcher. Okay, what does legal researcher do? Okay. Okay, so take an example of legal researchers in various universities. There are opportunities. There are exam. Various university take an exam for this kind of these kind of posts known as legal researchers, right? Various universities, you can take an example of universities. Also, you can take an example of advocates, legal officers, also legal consultant, right? So, if as I have already discussed while discussing for LLM, right? So, on the basis of CLAT LLM entrance test, you can go for this that various positions, right? legal consultant, and many more. Same in the case of legal researchers. Right? Various institutions take research associates, right? So you can say this name of the post like research associates or legal researchers. Various higher educational institutions also take this. Uh, some of them take directly interview, some of them take examination also for that the post of research associates or legal researcher, right? Okay, Arpita Abrol, from which year we have to start preparing for judiciary? Okay. So, firstly, I will tell you go through the basic subjects like start reading Bare Acts from the very basic. From first year, suppose in very first year you will have that subject law of contract, right? So start not. I will not suggest to preparing. Start properly going through the bare provision at the very initial, right? Next question. Rishabh, can you please tell me if any query? Due to network, I am not able to see the chat box.
Ma'am, there is a question by Monisha. Ma'am, is
Mhm.
Cambridge law test applicable to LLM? Is Cambridge law test applicable to LLM?
Okay, is Cambridge law test applicable to
LLM.
LLM? Yes, there are basically they used to conduct for masters in law. They used to conduct very test this like take an example of this uh, in our country. We used to conduct various tests as I have enlisted. Same in the case of Cambridge law test in masters. If you are opting any abroad, any country outside the our country, so you have to go for their own the policies and regulations of that particular university, and for that clearing that examination through their policies and regulations, you can opt for the LLM Masters in Law from abroad. Okay, Nida Dalwai, please answer my questions also. Am I
Ma'am,
not?
the question by Nida Dalwai is that can you please tell me how to become a corporate lawyer during LLB and how to get good corporate law firm? Uh,
Firstly, I will tell you for being a corporate lawyer, firstly, you have to complete your undergraduate program, right? And then you can opt for any companies, right? For corporate lawyer, you have to choose any company, right? So you can choose any company, any law firm, and so that you can opt for this option of corporate lawyer. Firstly, you have to complete your LLB, that is undergraduate program, right? And while opting this, corporate law is basically what consists of corporate law, all the company law, all the contract laws, right? As you have, I think you have heard about law of contract, right? Company law. These consist these are inclusive under this our corporate law, right? So basically, various corporations, various companies give opportunity to for these kind of careers, right? So what kind of various companies what can be the duty uh, under various companies and all legal issues relevant to owning, managing, and operating a business. So you can go through the various companies, various corporation for being a for become a corporate lawyer, right? And what you have asked, how to get good corporate law firm. Okay, so you have to go through all the rights, responsibilities, and duties under the law. Various companies used to conduct various interviews, directly interviews also, and various law firms also take interviews. And so that after cracking that interview, you can opt for this corporate law firm. You can also opt for to become a corporate lawyer.
Ma'am, the question by Twinkle, is it better to do LLM in India or abroad?
Is it better to do LLM in India abroad? Who has asked this question, Twinkle? I think that is that can be your choice. You want to pursue masters in law in India or abroad, right? I think I have been listed all the top law colleges in India also. So that will be your choice. That can be your choice, right? Any other
Any
queries?
more?
I think someone has asked regarding opportunities of PhD in law.
Yes, ma'am. Vedika. Opportunities
What is
of PhD in law.
okay? What are the opportunities of PhD in law? Okay, after that, that is related to academic field, law professors, right? So, being a professor, firstly, you will get after completion of undergraduate program, you have to pursue with master degree, right? You have to complete LLM in masters in law, and after that, as I have already told you about national eligibility test, junior research fellowship, and with the help of junior research fellowship, you will be able to complete your PhD. So, if you will have that PhD, if you will complete this PhD program, on an average, you have to complete PhD program for being a law professor, being in higher educational institutions, right? So, after having PhD, after completion of PhD, you will have opportunity in academic fields in higher educational institution. You can go pursue with higher educational institutions, right? Jobs in higher educational institutions and many national universities or national law, any law universities or law colleges, right? Any other queries?
I think no one have any queries. So I would like to call our founder Sakshi Sharma ma'am to give vote of thanks.
Thank you so much, Rishabh, and good evening, ma'am. I hope you're doing well.
Good
And
evening.
yes, ma'am, thank you so much, ma'am, for taking your time and explaining all the answers to all the questions that our participants have asked and clearing their doubts, and for also graciously giving your time for hosting this session with us. It was a very valuable session, ma'am. Thank you so much. And thank you to all the participants who have joined the session. And I'd like to wish everyone, including ma'am, a very happy Lori. So I hope you all have a safe day and
Same to
have a
you.
good day. Thank you so much, ma'am. And thank you, Risha, for hosting this session. And thank you, ma'am, once again. And I
Thank
really
you
look
to the
forward.
team.
Thank you.